In this video, I'm going to show you how to find your Amazon listing conversion rate, which is actually very, very easy to do, and many sellers don't even know this is available. But also first, what exactly is your conversion rate? Because Amazon defines it differently than what most people think. Next, how to actually find it. And then number three, what is the average Amazon listing conversion rate? And a few simple tips to help you improve your conversion rate, as well as a couple other little tips. So if you like the video, consider giving a thumbs up. If you have questions, comment below. If you like more tutorials like this, then consider subscribing. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get to it right now. So first, what is conversion rate, right? What does that even mean? So traditionally, in most marketing terminology, your conversion rate is the total number of conversions divided by the total number of visitors, okay? Then multiplied by 100, because conversion rate is expressed in a percentage. For example, your conversion rate could be 20%, 30%, 50%, 1%, right? That's how conversion rate is calculated usually. However, when it comes to Amazon, Amazon actually uses this top formula here, where conversion rate equals the total number of conversions divided by the total number of sessions multiplied by 100, so still expressed in a percentage, but it looks at sessions versus visitors, okay? If you think about it, is there any time that you as a website visitor visited a website more than one time within one day, right? Every time you visit a website, it counts usually as one session, right? So if you go to the same website twice, that's one visitor to that website, but there's two sessions from you for that website, okay? So that's the difference between sessions and visitors. Your session rate or your total sessions are usually larger than your visitors, even by slightly, because obviously on average, one visitor has more than one session in general, and the same applies to your Amazon listing, okay? So that's just a really important point that a lot of sellers aren't aware of. And because of that, Amazon actually doesn't call this metric a conversion rate. They call it unit session percentage rate, which is a little more accurate. But whenever you hear unit session percentage rate, just think Amazon conversion rate, okay? And again, it's the total number of units ordered divided by the total number of sessions and then multiplied by 100 to give that percentage, okay? So that's what it is. Let's go ahead and find it. First thing you want to do is go ahead and log in to your Amazon Seller Central account. Once you're here, head over to the top left-hand corner, so right here. Scroll down until you see reports. Once you're here in the reports section, go ahead and click on business reports. Give it a second to load. All right, here in business reports, again, on the left-hand side, scroll down underneath the by ASIN section until you see detail page sales and traffic by child item, okay? So you can see that right here, detail page sales and traffic by child item. This is what you want. This is where you're gonna find your Amazon listing conversion rate. Go ahead and click on it. All right, and then give it a second to load. Once you're here, the next thing you wanna do before we look at our session percentage rate or our conversion rate, we want to adjust the dates, okay? So again, you may be looking at this for a variety of reasons. Maybe you wanna compare your conversion rate this month compared to last month, or maybe this year compared to last year, or just your average in general. And if you're just looking at your average conversion rate overall, maybe let's look at the past 1 year, because that's a good amount of data to have. So right now, it's the 17th. So let's go back 1 year to the 17th. So what we do is in the top right, under dates, we're going to go to 6/17, but we want 2020. So I'm just going to change 2021. There we go. Going back. There we go. 6/17 of 2020 to 6/17 of 2021. Okay, I hit enter. There we go. Then the two places that we want to look for our unit session percentage rate are, so number one, pretty obvious. So let me scroll down. There we go. There we go. Is the unit session percentage column, okay? This is gonna give you your unit session percentage by child ASIN or SKU or just on that kind of the micro product level, okay? Because if you were to choose detail page sales and traffic by parent item, you would see for the entire listing overall. But we wanna see granularly, which variations, for example, or which child ASINs or which SKUs have a better conversion rate than others and kind of understand why. Okay, so you want to be broken out as much as possible. So this is going to give you your conversion rate per SKU or per specific product. So you can actually organize in descending order. That's something that I like to do. So we can go here and actually filter. So click on the unit session percentage column. We're going to sort by descending. Go ahead and click on that. And that's just going to take us from highest to low. Okay, and then there's something else I want to show you that's really important. Okay. So for this top row example that you can kind of see right above my head, in the unit session percentage column, we see 60%. Like, wow, that's actually very, very high. And I'm going to explain why here in a second. But what you also want to take into account is the sessions column, okay? So you see the sessions, we have 193 sessions, okay? In general, what I recommend when analyzing your Amazon listing conversion rate is to have a minimum of 1,000 sessions for statistically significant results. Otherwise, right, if we get like, two of our family members on our listing and then one of them buys, great. And let's say that, each one had just one session, right? So each visitor just had one session. They went to our listing one time. So that's 2 sessions. One person bought. That's a super high, conversion rate or super high unit session percentage rate. It's not statistically significant because it's only sessions of 2. So like I said, usually you want to see at least 1,000 for statistically significant results, just from my experience. But that's just kind of a side note. You can use this obviously however you like. And let's just kind of scroll down and kind of see here. So we have 193. We have 54. If we scroll down here, boom. We have this child ASIN has over 2,000 sessions. And if we scroll up, we see that the unit session percentage rate is almost 50%. Okay. So now you're looking at this data and you're like, okay, great, Sumner. I know what my Amazon conversion rate is for my listing or down to my specific products. How do I know if this is good or bad? Okay. Well, I've talked to literally hundreds of Amazon sellers. I've looked at dozens and dozens of Amazon seller accounts, and done a lot of research. And this is fairly true. So the average Amazon unit session percentage rate or conversion rate, according to Sellbrite.com, is 12.3%. And I've seen this to be true. Certain categories, it's going to be higher. Obviously, certain products as well, it's going to be higher or lower. And your goal is obviously to get as high as possible. Not just higher than your competitors, but even significantly higher than them and significantly higher than you were before. Okay, so use this as a benchmark. Go in, look at your unit session percentage rate. If your unit session percentage rate is less than 12.3%, that means that you're worse than average. If it's above 12.3%, that means you're above average, and that should be your goal. Okay, and just as another little tip, for me personally, our weighted average conversion rate or unit session percentage rate with our own child ASINs is 23%, right around 23%, okay, just for perspective. And our goal is to get our top selling products up to 40%. So that's what I'd encourage you to do is get as close to 40% as possible with your unit session percentage rate. But usually, 10%, not that great. It's below average. It's okay, but it's not very good. 20% is pretty solid. That's a good, solid unit session percentage rate. And 40% is amazing. And of course, above 40%, like you've seen for one of our products here, is phenomenal, right? Anything over 40% is just insane, okay? And you can definitely achieve this through a variety of ways. Some of the ways to improve your unit session percentage rate for your own listing are improving obviously getting more positive reviews, decreasing your price point. Those are 2 ways that maybe you have a little bit less control on. Those are kind of ways to improve. But what's in your control of how you can improve, and where I've seen by far the most improvement for a lot of sellers, aside from just reviews, is improving your image quality. Quality images can crush your competition, drastically improve your conversion rate, and ultimately pay for themselves multiple times over. So definitely make sure that your images look like they came out of a magazine. I have a full video on that, as well as your listing copywriting, your bullet points, your description, or even your A+ content if you're brand registered. Improving upon these, making them more emotional, compelling, powerful. Talking about the benefits. This is what our product does for you. Here's how it's going to make your life better. Those are all ways that are going to improve your listing conversion rate or have a high likelihood, and that I've seen time and time again, even with our own products, improving listing conversion rate and unit session percentage rate. And if you want all of those additional tips, I actually made an entire full video. This is literally one of the most valuable videos I've made on YouTube, which is called How to Optimize Your Amazon, or How to Optimize Amazon Product Listing Complete Guide. Okay, and I'll link this video in case you're interested in the description section, in the comment section below. Literally, it's 45 minutes of just straight one after the other ways, simple, effective ways to improve your conversion rate, and ultimately from doing nothing else, just implementing these strategies one time, sitting back and just start making more sales, start improving your rank, start improving your Amazon PPC performance, and goes into everything. It's something that a lot of Amazon sellers aren't focused on, is conversion rate, except for you, and that's going to give you a huge edge. Okay, so that's what our Amazon conversion rate is. That's how we find it for our listing or specific products. and then also some tips on how to improve. So I hope you found this video valuable. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to join our Amazon seller Facebook group at the Amazing Escape Plan Facebook group. I'll link that in the description along with a lot of other great stuff below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for even more in-depth step-by-step tutorials, case studies, interviews, and so much more. So as always, really appreciate your support watching through this video, and I look forward to seeing you in many more.